Hey, it's me, unapologetically T, and I guess I'll just have a tease and a thoughts today. Um, I don't know. I had a lot to say before the camera started rolling, and then I just drew blanks. Sometimes that happens, but I don't know. I kind of woke up. I think last night I was dealing with insecurities. I don't. I don't know if I talk about this in that way, but I grew up feeling very insecure. I think if you follow the content, you can definitely see why. But I was a person that masked, so I think a lot of people saw false confidence. And inside, I really was like a afraid little girl all the time, just pushing through. So just saying, fuck it, I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway. And so I think a lot of times people hated on me and didn't even realize I'm afraid to do shit just like anybody else. But it's now I'm getting to a point in my healing journey where when I feel fear, it's not that I don't feel fear at all. But it's just that fear doesn't rule my life like it used to. So even now, I don't have to say fuck it. I'ma just do it anyway. It's better for me to sit with the fear and see why fear is showing up. A prime example of this in a smaller scale is I wanted to start trying to learn how to flow on a beat, but I've never really done that before. Besides cafeteria lunch table beatboxing or some shit, but just to do it where I'm trying to learn how to do it to take it serious, I have never done it. And so I noticed that I was trying to write for this challenge that's online, and I just was drawing blanks and I kept trying to sit with that. Why are you drawing blanks? And I was just completely afraid. And it's I'm afraid of messing up. I'm afraid of it won't sound right. I'm afraid that it'll be trash. And so just all this fear around jumping on a beat. And the way mentally I look at it when I look at a beat is like jump roping. So if you ever did jump roping before, you got to jump in unless you start in the middle. But if you double dutching, you got to jump in. And so that's how I think about a beat. And it's knowing how to jump in on that beat and flow. And when you're writing, it's words was coming to me and shit was coming to me, but I was blocking it. And so I just had to sit with that. Why are you blocking this flow of words and energy? And it was literally because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of sounding stupid or silly or goofy. I'm afraid of being embarrassed. Even though it's just me and it's not even everybody around. But I've never tried this on this scale. And so it was literally an experience. And not only did it block me from that, I just started to feel all these different insecurities. Body image issues started to resurface, and just all these things that I haven't fully addressed. And it's now I'm addressing them. Of course, the body image issues, I have been clear about having shame and ugly thoughts around my hair. Well, I've been now, showing my hair in all its states. When it's dry, when it's stretched. I haven't straightened it. But when it's different curl patterns, literally I have been being vulnerable in that department, and it's been helping. So I'm now trying to address my body issue, and it's not even just my body issue and just physical appearances. It's my body issues and images, far as mobility. I was very flexible when I was younger. I was very active when I was younger, and it's just like I feel limited sometimes with all this weight and just not being as limber as I used to be. So I've been trying to address that with like walking and physical activity. But it doesn't mean that, just because I'm doing the physical action, it doesn't mean that that inner work, is complete. So just being mindful of my insecurities, being vulnerable with them. I feel like in order to get over your fears, you have to be vulnerable. You have to be vulnerable. When you're trying new things, it's a learning curve. And so just reminding myself and whoever needed to hear that message. What else? I had some deep insecurities about trusting people. And we all know why. Literally, if you've been following my content, like life has shown me, I've dealt with some untrustworthy people, and I think that's the message for me, is that literally, I knew who Judas was. I knew what Judas was going to do. And being able to be okay with that, like, maybe don't pick more Judases to be in your circle. Instead of just not trusting everyone. Trusting my own reality has been a major one. It's an insecurity that I have been working on. If I can't trust my reality, then I can't trust nobody else's. It doesn't mean that my reality is always the only point of view, but my reality is a fucking viewpoint, and I'm not about to deny it for anyone. And this is not about right or wrong. This is about just how I view, see things, hear things, feel things, all that. How I perceive things. So a lot of deep insecurities started to resurface last night. But you know what? Prayer, meditation. I turned on some sound bowl sounds and literally prayed last night. Motherhood was another one. Motherhood was a big one for me that got re-triggered. I've been doing all this work on my own mother wounds and literally been trying to remother myself and this teenager. Literally, I be laughing because I can't believe I almost have a grown-up. Like, I'm literally responsible for a grown-up citizen in this world. And that's crazy to me, like, that we're here. Like, I remember yesterday holding her in my arms, skin to skin contact. Like, I just remember that being yesterday. And now I'm here raising a teenager. It is hard. It's hard. It's hard work. It's real hard work. And some days I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm literally trying to regulate my own emotions. I'm literally fighting my own demons. And then I have her, who I have to help her regulate her own emotions and fight her own demons. And find, that safe space to be herself, no matter where she is. So it's literally has been a challenge. We had started building a foundation, but she went to camp for 2 weeks. So that was 2 weeks without me. And she literally came back with her hood sash on. I'm gonna say her hood sash was showing, like, literally. But I don't mind her being herself in any capacity. Like, be yourself. However, it was like, I guess since she spent so much time around girls her age, she came back home trying to talk to me Like, I was one of them. Well, I'm not one of them, sweetheart. Latifah will punch your ass in your throat. Like, stop playing. That's why I don't like to use physical abuse. I ain't gonna say physical abuse. Physical punishment. Because I feel like that I can, at this age anyway, like at this age, it's gonna turn into a fight. I'm gonna have to fuck her up. So, literally, I try to refrain from that as much as possible. But if it get to it, should it get to it? But we've been doing talking and feelings, so solutions. And I think she's at the age where I don't think any age really should have to, but I'm relearning a lot of stuff, and I don't think you should have to, but it all depends on the child. It all depends on the child. Shit. Yeah. Hold on one second. Yeah, I don't think any child you have to. I think we just been conditioned to think it that way. But for my child anyway, she's always been highly intelligent since she came out. Literally. The look in her eyes she used to give me like was full blown communication. Like just highly intelligent. Whew. All right, yeah. So most of the times, I didn't even need to use corporal punishment with her. She has a brain. She can think. She has feelings, and she feels. And literally, like when she was a little kid, to tap her, like if she did something wrong and you tapped her on her hand, she'd literally cry. And it wouldn't even be like, it was just the fact that you touched her. Or I could tell her even now, to this day, I'm disappointed in you. And it will hurt. It will invoke feelings in her that, she has to think about what she's done. And so I had a highly intelligent, highly sensitive child, and I still do, but we're still learning how to feel our feelings again, because both of us, literally, I indirectly taught her to start suppressing her feelings because I was suppressing mine. And so we have been doing all this foundational work to rebuild our relationship, to have a healthy relationship and all that stuff. And it's been interesting, but these last 2 weeks we literally have been away from each other. Oh my God, did I appreciate it? I think this is the first time in my life, and my whole entire life as being a mother, so that's almost 15 years, that I did not feel guilty or I did not feel insecure that something was going to happen to my child. When I would miss her, I would pray and ask God to protect my child, send her energetic love, send her a hug energetically. But I did not feel this feeling of she's not safe. And usually I always feel that when we're not together. It's like I wonder what's going on with my child. I hope she's okay. And it definitely comes from my own trauma. But it was beautiful to have these 2 weeks where I could just focus on myself. I could just regulate myself. I could just buy something for myself and not have to worry about getting something for someone else. It was just well needed, well spent me time. Literally, it was beautiful. But I got my child back. I missed her. We both missed each other. She literally said she broke down at camp and was like, I missed my mom. And I was just like, oh, I missed you too. I didn't want you crying. And she was just like, I know, but I just missed you. And so we're working on having that space in between each other and it being healthy. So, but yeah, my child came back the thug that she is inside. Like, she's an intellectual thug. She's an intellectual gangster. Most people who meet her think she's like, a lot of the black kids be calling her white, and I have to remind her, like, baby, just because you speak a certain way does not mean that you're white. Some of her ideologies, though, I do tell her, like, your white ancestors are coming out. Like, like, we joke all the time about that shit, like, because she act low-key. If she wasn't black, I would call her a racist. I call her a racist anyway. But it's this generation, though. I think this generation is different. Her and her friends call each other all kinds of shit, and like, she has a diverse group of friends: white, black, Hispanic, which I think are the natives. Just any different countries. Like, she had a friend from Dubai, Venezuela. Like, she had friends from. It's a very diverse group of friends. So they literally say slurs and shit to each other, and I be like, y'all say that shit to each other? And she was like, yeah. And I guess for their generation, they're gonna break those barriers of I guess hurtful shit. I guess that's the way to put it. Like saying hurtful words, slurs, and all that shit, because they say shit to each other all the time. Like, she even had friends that are gay, and like, they say little shit to each other, and I be like, y'all don't feel like that's offensive? And she be like, nah, they don't care, and they say this and they say that, and I'm just like, just don't let nobody call you a nigga. Like, that's I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want you to accept that shit. Like, we ain't nah. I'm old school. Certain shit you can't say. You gonna get punched in your teeth. Like, right in your mouth, right in your nose, right in your temple, right in your throat. But yeah, so a lot of people be thinking, like, she act quote unquote that racist shit when you say somebody who speak proper or speak a certain way act white. Yeah, they label her with that shit, and I always remind her, baby, you black. Baby, you black. Don't let them people label you. Don't let them label you because you're intelligent, and they think being intelligent is only a white characteristics. Says the fuck who. But yeah, so she like me. She could code switch and all that fun racist shit. She could fit in any environment, but I'm trying to teach her more to be herself. The part about her coming back like a little thug is more of like, I just don't like the the disrespect, the disrespect part. I don't care about what words she use and all that shit. Like, have fun, boo, do you? But when you start to looking at me some kind of way, like, like, nah, you're gonna need to fix it, because Hawk don't like when you make Hawk angry, and I ain't trying to Hawk out on you, little girl. I ain't trying to do it. I'm trying to whoop your ass there. Because this is not going to be no belt to ass. I might punch you in your face for looking at me like that. So I be trying to, like, just regulate myself. Because this teenage shit is way different from me raising my little girl who, I can still get her to look. I can still get her to look. But, like, sometimes that shit don't register with me. It's like, it's almost like, put your hand down, Latifah. Like, talk to her. Talk to her. But we just getting real time with a routine again and all that shit. So like this is what you do when you with mommy. When you with your friends, you can act the way you want to act. Like, you be yourself. That's all I care about. Be yourself. But when you with me, you still can be yourself, but don't be disrespectful. You can't look at me the same way you look at your friends. And I feel like if you have girls, then you know, like, them girls can get them wild ass looks. Also that mouth, just talking to me like I'm one of the little friends. I am your friend, but I ain't one of your little friends. Like, I ain't one of your little friends when it comes to that. But I am one of your friends, and that's one thing that I always let her know. Like, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. Shit, how can I be your mother and not be your friend? But I'm a friend that you're gonna have to respect. Another thing I've noticed is she takes advantage of my parenting. My parenting is that we are basically equals. Like, I look at kids as little humans. They're little humans. They're metamorphosing, growing, and they will grow up to be adults. So I try to treat her as equal as possible. But she does take advantage of that sometimes. And so, like, I noticed that I had to remind her, like, you're comparing us. and baby, you can't compare us. You don't take care of me. You don't take care of me. I've been there, done that, and we're not going to do that. Like, we just not going to do that. So it's just been an interesting week. Been an interesting week, but I am the conductor of the band over here. So, you know, I got to stay level-headed and stay prayed up on what I should do and say, how I should do it and say it, and how I should do it and say it where it causes less trauma as possible for her. We're gonna cause our kids some trauma, but not that extreme severe shit. Not that extreme severe abuse shit. I'm not trying to pass that down like it's candy, like it's hand-me-downs. I'm good on that. But I don't know. I'm just in this state of being true to myself. That was another insecurity that came up. Like, you know, I talk big about being authentic and...
Total 1 mile. 23 minutes 33 seconds. Steps 2,314 steps.
I talk about being, like, authentic and true to myself a lot, and I stand on that. But I also was triggered on, like, well, what does that look like? How do I know that I'm being true to myself? How do I know that I'm showing up for myself and loving myself each day? And so just realized I need grounding, lots of grounding, because I am showing up and being myself, being authentically me, even when I feel like I'm going to be judged and all that stuff. I realize with judgment, the people who still are in that judgment mind frame where they are just talking shit about people, I know I started these videos and was like, nothing is beneath me. That's another revelation I had last night and today. I used to say nothing is beneath me. Well, I don't like the terminology beneath me because it makes me feel like exactly what society has done to the disenfranchised groups of people. What society has done to the disenfranchised groups of people. I feel like not only did they make us beneath them, they put their foot on our necks and then complain that we can't get up. So literally, I hate the terminology beneath me, but I'm starting to realize it's levels to this shit. Whether we want to admit it or not. I'm just having deja vu right now. When I used to walk this path, I had a vision of this very moment. This shit is funny. Wow. That was cool. But literally, it's levels to this life. It's levels to everything. And certain shit just beneath me. It doesn't mean that It won't never be next to me or never be above me. It just means as now as things stand, certain shit just beneath me. And I'm doing good as long as I'm staying true to myself. And I don't like fucking judging people. We all have our different paths. Literally. Y'all don't be realizing some people have a path that they're gonna get on drugs, but they come out of it and they help put other people out that were on that path as well. So we can't judge people for what they're doing. Shit, some people are wired and designed to do exactly what the fuck they're doing. Whether it's good or bad. They serve a purpose. And I'm learning that, like, I can't judge. Now, when people do shit to me, I do have my moment of judge. I'm gonna judge the fuck out you when you do something to me. But then even still, after I process my feelings, after I, talk to the squad, talk to God, shit, I keep it moving. I keep it pushing. And I let God sort them out. But I'm going to feel my motherfucking feelings. I'm going to feel them. So I ain't denying myself of that no more. But I'm just lessened to taking things in my hands that ain't an immediate threat. But yeah, it's real big levels to things. And I feel like I'm winning every day that I naturally don't want to partake in the things that used to give me comfort. And now I'm gravitating more towards the things that actually aligns with me, even if it is uncomfortable. So, I don't know. I'm ever evolving. I thank God every day for this growth, for this healing. I remember the days I used to want to be here. I remember the days where I'd do anything to not be in my body, in my life, and just not be here. That shit sound morbid. It might cringe some other people out. But if you heard my story, you can understand why. Like, it's not rocket science. That's number one trauma response, to dissociate. Number one. So now I'm here. And I be happy. But I also have my moments. Like I said last night, some stuff came up. And it was funny because I was literally studying Reiki. And I was restudying it because when I took my Karuna Reiki class, I literally, I was having so much physical body pain. I couldn't even stay focused. So I learned some stuff, but not like I wanted to. I learned some stuff, but not like I wanted to. It was real chopped and screwed. With me, my brain learns in different modalities anyway. And so I'm big on symbols. I'm big on pictures. I got a photographic memory in most cases. But I'm big on learning when I do. So if I do it, it's there. It's there for me. All right, so who was I saying? Oh, so yeah. So, however, on the days that I had the classes, And before I even took the class, I started to feel physical changes, physical pain in my body, lots of physical pain, like in my back, my hip area, my shoulders. So lots of stuff, like my spine, a lot of pain. And I couldn't even focus some of the times when we was in class. I also started to feel really sleepy. I had that experience during my first Reiki training. I just felt so drained and tired. But this one, I didn't feel drained, but I felt tired. And like I said, I was literally having physical pain. But I learned what I needed to learn. And so me, I'm a little scholar on my own anyway. I'm a study and find shit. So what I've been doing is restudying. And I find that each symbol that I get to in Corona Reiki, it reveals something in me, in myself. And when I do that healing work in me, stuff starts to surface. And so it's been pretty dope. I feel like Reiki should be something that is accessible to everyone that is interested in it. It was a closed practice back in the day. Colonizers have definitely picked up on Reiki and have used it for their own personal gain and whatever. In Reiki, you're not supposed to talk about practitioners and all that shit, but I don't give a fuck. If you're racist, I'm calling your ass out. And I don't really agree with the person who made, who continued Reiki. And so even though I'm happy that they did, because Reiki probably would have died off, and we would have probably had to have some other brilliant mind come up and say, hey, I seen these symbols and they're for healing. That's literally how shit works. Like we literally get downloads and messages about things that were once accessible or available, and they're just being brought back to the surface. Some things are new ideas, new concepts, new things, and some things are really recycled information, forbidden knowledge that's being brought back to the surface, quote unquote forbidden knowledge. So literally, this white guy spared us. I ain't gonna even call his name. I ain't giving him or his cult's following any clout. But you can search it, Google it, research it. I'm kind of, Reiki is my foundation, but I do my own thing. I follow what my ancestral lineage feels like is appropriate for me. I do like the symbols of some of them. I resonate with them really well. But I also get my own symbols. And I don't even call them my own. I look at them like they're symbols that are sent to me. And I use those as well. So I lay hands. I do all kind of things during my Reiki session. I do spirit attachment removals. Literally, I retrieve souls, and I don't even have to do Reiki to do that. So, literally, I can just sit and meditate without a person even being there. It's a dope experience to have a foundation. So I'm thankful for the Reiki Foundation, which is a Japanese version of healing hands and laying hands. But there's all kind of cultures who do the same thing, call it something different. So I don't know, wanted to talk about that. But I am happy the colonizer did, take Reiki on and spread it with the world, and for a price. and before the colonizer did it, Reiki was also being upcharged and excluding people out. So it's not quite far-fetched that he would continue those ways. It actually brought brought some of the price down. um, but yeah, it is mixed with, even though he says it's not mixed with biblical stuff, holy fire, it's definitely biblical. So just paying attention to all that stuff. But I take the good with the bad, chew the meat, spit out the bones, make sure my own, unique to me. I'm gonna take me a little break under this tree. Give me 1 second. Alright, I had to catch my breath. I think today it's like 91, 92 degrees. And so I'm doing good. Hanging in there. I went out in that 95 degree weather and did I think I did like 2.8 miles. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you for bringing me through. Thank you, son. I had enough sun for like to last me the following day. I had enough vitamin D. And I don't know if you could tell, but I could tell, but I'm getting darker. And I love it. I love it. I haven't been out in the sun this much in years. Just sun. I'm sorry, bug, that I flicked you that hard, but you had no business on me. Usually if I can catch myself, I try to just like do a light little shove, but yeah, we're gonna have to learn personal space. Or you gonna die. Like, I be trying, because to me in my brain, it's an attack. It's an attack. Like, get off of me. I don't know if you're a tick, a flea, a mosquito. I don't know what the fuck you is. So, shit. Spiders, I have a much better relationship with, but we still not there yet. Like, stay where you at, and I stay where I'm at, and we respect each other. But yeah, I don't know. I just been focusing on me. I just wanted to be transparent that, like, yeah, I show up strong all the time, but I'm just as regular as anyone else. Sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. But yeah, I think what I'm learning is not that you don't have these moments, is that what you do in those moments that count. And for me, a lot of time is when I don't feel secure, I have to pray. I have to pray. I have to ground. I have to remind myself of who the fuck I am, how far I've come. I have to give thanks and gratitude. Thanks and gratitude. Like, gratitude is a way of life. If you're not practicing gratitude, like, that's my drug of choice. Self-love, gratitude, my drug of choice. Lots of things. Sun, my drug of choice. That 95 degree, like, no, it was not cloudy whatsoever. I was just getting pure nutrients from the sun, pure downloads from the sun. Oh, I thought I was gonna die. Even my chest, like, I don't know, out of all areas, my chest was burning. And it was weird because it was covered, but I definitely have hyperpigmentation, but my chest is like my lightest part of my body. My chest area. And it was like burning. It had turned red and everything, and I had a shirt on and everything. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Why the melanin ain't kicking in? But when I got back to the house and cooled off, it didn't leave any like burn marks, but it was still a little red, and then a couple of hours it went away. So I don't know what that was about, but I don't know, maybe chemical burn from
Workout
clothing.
resumed.
I don't know, but let me start this walk back up, because I definitely got to take care of some business. Head to the store after this, and my bad. I was looking at a little butterfly. Yeah. I'm gonna start adding workouts to my walking routine. Just try to sculpt my body because I have a nice shape under here. Hips, thighs, butt. I used to have like this small ass waist when I was younger. Small ass waist, big hips, thighs. My butt, it was like the bigger I got, the more it spread out. But I think as I got older too, the reason I lost a lot of the frame in there is because I wasn't as active in certain areas as I used to be. Because when I was in school, I played sports and stuff. So definitely stayed a little bit more active as far as working out and all that shit. So but now that I know what I know, ready to sculpt this body, ready to get my waist back tight and flat as I can possibly get it. Ready to start doing some weights with squats. Just it's a yoga pose too I've been working with. That shit been helping me a whole lot with well, I just started it. So let me say that. I just started it. But I seen results right away. But just opening up my hips, helping my lower back, also stretching my legs. So it's been dope doing that. But yeah, I'm about to sculpt my body. The walking is helping me shed and burn fat. I was always like a muscular type of person. Shit. Even when I was like real tiny, I was cut up. So I already know if I put the effort in, I already know 6 months to a year. Just depends on how hard I go. I'll be showing results. I'm already showing some results, but I'll be showing the results that I want, and I'll also be appreciative of them. I feel like people gotta normalize doing what they gotta do for themselves. If you want to do surgery, do surgery. If you want to work out, work out. I like to mind my business. I'm just more on the natural side, period. That's kind of my design. So, I'm out here in the sun, and I'm walking, and I'm letting the sun know to purify whatever don't belong in this body out of me. Get it out. But I think I'm going to head on out because I need to regulate my breathing and focus on that instead of talking. So y'all have a great, Tuesday? And I'm going to finish this workout. Then going to handle some business. And then go take me a nice bath and shower. And might do some art. I don't know yet. Might pass out. Just all depends. So, all right.